Girls, let's take a look at this first problem. Well, actually, it's on slide 3, so it's really your third problem, but it's your first real world story problem. I'm going to read through this and then we'll go from there. So Kiki has one game card with 32 credits. Matthew has two game cards, one with 17 and 5/10 credits, and another with 12 and 25/100 credits. Who has more credit and how many more credit does this person have? So I'm going to go through. I like to reread so that I understand what is going on. I'm not able to mark up on this screen. I think on my next screens I can, but on this one I can't. So I'm just going to have to kind of circle and remember, and even on my scrap paper write down. So let's read through and understand the question one more time. Kiki has one game card with 32 credits. Okay, so I need to know that, 32 credits. I'm going to put that. Matthew has two game cards, one with 17 and 5/10 credits, and another with 12 and 25/100 credits. All right, so who has more credits and how many more credits does this person have? So this is a multi-step problem. They want to know who has more and how much more do they have. The first thing I want to do is I know, well, here we go. I'm going to put K for Kiki. I know that Kiki has 32 credits. I'm not sure what Matthew has. So I'm going to figure out how much Matthew has altogether. So that's the first thing I want to do is find out, well, how much does Matthew have altogether? So I'm going to add the 17 and 5/10 from one credit and the 12 and 25/100 from the other credit together. Notice how I've lined them up so that my place values are all in the same row and my decimals are lined up. So let's add. All right, so nothing here, and that's okay. I can add nothing with 5. I get 5. 5 plus 2, it gives me 7. Bring down my decimal point, very important. 7 plus 2 is 9. And 1 plus 1, it looks like it's a one big one, but it's a 1 plus 1, and that gives me 2. So I know that Matthew has 29 and 75/100 of a credit. So now it says who has more credits. I need to compare. Kiki has 32. Matthew has 29 and 75/100. So I can say that Kiki has more. And I'm just going to write this out. More. Now the next part of the question says, I'm not done. How many more credits does this person have? So I need to do a subtraction because I'm finding the difference between what Kiki has and what Matthew has. Grab a different color here. So Kiki has 32 credits and Matthew has 29 and 75/100. And I need to subtract to find the difference. Okay. Now, when I'm subtracting with decimals and my top number, the larger number doesn't have anything in those place values, I'm going to fill those in with 0, 0, 0. All right, now I'm going to say, I'm going to grab a different color just to help us follow along. 0 take away 5. Oh, I can't do that. Let's look and see if we can regroup. 0 take away 7. Still can't do that. Let's keep going. 2 take away 9. Well, I can't. I'm going to do this. I'm going to borrow from this 2 and make it a 1. And then this is going to become a 10 which I'm going to borrow from that, and it's going to become a 9. And this is going to become, oops, a 10. All right, so now I can do 10 minus 5 is 5, keeping it all lined up. 9 minus 7 is 2. Bring down that very, very important decimal place or point. And then 1 minus 9, oops, I can't do that, so I'm going to do some more regrouping. I have 11. 11 take away 9 is 2. 2 take away 2 is nothing. So I can answer the next part of my question and say that Kiki has 2 2/25 more than Matthew. I could even put credits. More. Check your work. Make sure that you followed each step. If you did not, go back to your whiteboard on Desmos for number 3. Slide number 3, and make it so that your whiteboard looks like my whiteboard so that it portrays the same information.